Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. About the intervals. What about intervals? Start. What difference between the set and the intervals? Intervals, it's a part of the real numbers. Intervals, it's mean the set of numbers and subset of real numbers. What difference between the set and the intervals? The set 1, 3, it's mean the only two numbers 1 and 3. The set 1, 3, it's mean only two numbers 1 and 3. And represent a number line 1 point or circle at 1 and point at 3. The interval 1 and 3, it's read closed 1 and closed 3. It's mean 1 and 3 and all the real numbers between them. The intervals 1, 3, it's mean 1 and 3 and all the real numbers between 1 and 3. But the set 1 and 3, it's mean only two numbers 1, 3. Interval 1, 3, it's mean number 1 and number 3 and all the real numbers between 1 and 3. If we represent a number line, we want circle as A and as 3 and all numbers between 1 and 3. We have two types of intervals, finite and infinite. Finite interval and infinite. Finite intervals. There are three kinds of the intervals: closed, closed, and open, like the arc, like the arc, and the open, and semi-open or semi-closed, semi-open or semi-closed. Closed, we shadow the circle. Open, we let the circle open. In infinite, it's mean infinite. Infinitely, one, infinitely always open. It's mean from 1 and all the numbers greater than or equal 1. From 1 and remove to the right because infinite positive. Negative infinite and 3, it's mean from 3 and all the numbers less than or equal 3 and remove to the interval form. We can definition by description method or interval method or represented by number line. For example, 1, 4, it's read 1 closed and 4 closed. In description method, x where x belong to R and x greater than or equal 1 and less than or equal 3 and represent the number line, we put only 1 and 3 and the shadow 1 because 1 closed and shadow 4 because 4 is closed and any numbers between 1 and 4. 1 open, 3, 1 closed, 3 open. 1 closed and 3 open. It's mean x where x belong to R and x greater than or equal 1 and less than 3. Why? Or equal because 1 is closed. 3 x less than 3 because 3 is open. We draw circle 1 and the shadow 8 and 3 open and we joining between 1 and 3. It's mean all the numbers between 1 and 3. 0 open and 3 closed. It's mean x where x belong to R and x greater than 0 and less than or equal 3. Why x greater 0? Because 0 is open. Why x less than or equal 3? Because 3 is closed. We shadow 3 and let 0 is open. Negative 2 open and 3 open and so on. What about negative 1 infinite? Negative 1 infinite, it's mean x less than 1. It's mean x where x belong to R and x less than 1. Oh, here negative 3 and all number greater than or equal negative 3. Why or equal? Because negative 3 is closed. So we can write x where x belongs to R and x greater than or equal negative 3. Negative 3 closed infinitely, or negative infinitely always open. By using the number line, find negative 1, 4, and 2 closed, 5 closed. What about intersect? Intersect, it's mean the common part. The numbers belong to the first interval and belong to the second intervals at the same times. First, represent a number line and represent the first interval, negative 1 closed and 4 closed, and represent the second interval, 2 closed and 5 closed. We find the numbers intersect between them from 2 to 4. From 2 to 4. So negative 1 closed, 4 closed intersected, 2 closed, 5 closed. It's equal 2 closed and 4 closed. What about union? Union, it's mean all the number line of the two intervals. Represent the two intervals. The start point negative 1 and the end point 5. We take all the numbers between negative 1 and 5. So negative 1 closed, 4 closed, union 2 closed, 5 closed equal negative 1 closed and 5 closed. What about the difference? Difference, it's mean belong to the first and doesn't belong to the second. Difference, it's mean belong to the first interval and doesn't belong to the second intervals. Negative 1 closed represent the two intervals. By represent, we want the part belong to the first, negative 1, 4 over number line, and doesn't belong to 2, 5 below the number line. It will be from negative 1 to 2. But the number which are common between two parts will change the bracket. So we can write negative 1 closed and 2 open. The last one, 2, 5, negative, negative 1, 4. We want the part belong to the first interval and doesn't belong to the second. It will be from 4 to 5, but here for the closed we change the common numbers from closed to open and from open to closed. So we can write it's 4 open and 5 exercise. What about negative 2, 3 intersect 0, 1? From number line it will be excellent, 0 open and 1 closed. The second, excellent, negative 3 to 2, but 0 doesn't belong to first interval and doesn't belong to second interval. So we can write it from negative 3 to 2 except the set of zeros, because 0 doesn't belong to the first and doesn't belong to the second intervals. Number 3, here 0 doesn't belong to first or doesn't belong to second. So we can't find any common part between two intervals, so it's intersect equal 5. The last one, 2, 6 minus negative 1, 3 open. It will be 3 and 6, but we change the common number between two intervals. So 3 here open, it's right closed, 3 closed. First, negative infinitely, 3 closed, intersect negative 4 and infinitely, intersect from the number line, it will be negative 4 and 3 closed. negative 1 union negative 3 4, it will be negative 3 infinitely here by number lines, only number line 1 5 intersect 1 open 5 open, excellent, it will be 1 open 5 open. Union, excellent, it will be 1 closed 5 closed, 1 5, excellent, will be the set of 1 and 5. The last one equal 5. 3 complete by using belong or doesn't belong. 3 here, 3 between 3 and 5, it's belong to. Number 2 here, negative 2 open, it's mean negative 2 doesn't belong to interval, so it's not belong. Number 3 belong, it's number 4, absolute value of negative 3 equals 3, absolute value of negative 3 equals 3, 3 belong to 2 to infinite. Root 9 is 3, 3 belong to, and so on. R, it's mean from negative infinitely to infinitely. R positive, it's mean from 0 to infinite, but 0 doesn't belong. R positive, the all number greater than 0. R negative, all number less than 0. Non negative, it's mean positive and 0. And the non positive, it's mean negative. Last one, complete the following. The first, it's union 3 5. Second, it's union, excellent, 3 5 closed. Number 3, the set of 3 and 5. Number 4, 5, and the number 5, 3 open 5 open. Number 6, 3 open 5 open, and number 7, it will be 5, and number 8, it will be 3. If A equal 1 3, B equal 2 open 5, find A union B, A intersect B, A minus B, P minus A, complement of A and complement of B. By number line, we represent the number line here, union, it's mean from A to 5, intersect B, 2 open and the 3 closed. Number 3, from A closed 2, but 2 here open, it will be closed. The last one, 3 open 5 closed. What about complement of A? Complement of A, it's mean belong to R and doesn't belong to A. It's mean all the real numbers except A. R minus 1 3, it will negative infinitely 1 open, union 3 open infinitely. B, it's mean R minus B, X equal Y equal. By represent like the last example.